Rocket Raccoon is a perfectly written character. Not only is he perfectly written, but I strongly believe that he's the best character in the MCU. When Guardians of the Galaxy was first announced, people thought this movie would be a joke and a huge flop. A movie starring a tree and a talking raccoon? How could this possibly end up? An absolute masterpiece, that's what. The main group of the Guardians are some of my favorite characters in all of fiction, especially one, Rocket. Rocket, in my opinion, is the greatest character in the MCU, and I'm going to tell you why I think so. When we first see Rocket, he's introduced as a bounty hunter along with his only friend Groot. Throughout this movie, you get the sense that he's had it rough, especially through this scene.
Keep calling me vermin, tough guy! You just want to laugh at me like everyone else!
Rocket, you're drunk, alright? No one's laughing at you.
He thinks I'm some stupid thing, he does! Well, I didn't ask to get made! I didn't ask to be torn apart and put back together over and over and turned into some little monster!
We get hints of Rocket's backstory throughout the series, but we don't truly get it until Volume 3, but we'll get back to that later. We get another scene in Volume 2 between Yondu and Rocket, giving us more insight on his past.
I know who you are! You don't know anything about me, loser! I know everything about you! I know you play like you're the meanest and the hardest, but actually you're the most scared of all. Shut up! I know you steal batteries you don't need, and you push away anyone who's willing to put up with you, because just a little bit of love reminds you how big and empty that hole inside you actually is. I said shut up! I know them scientists what made you never gave a rat's ass about you. I'm serious, dude! Just like my own damn parents who sold me, your own little baby, into slavery. I know who you are, boy, because you're me.
It all comes into play in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The film opens up with baby raccoons being picked on to be experimented on. One brave raccoon stands before all the others. This raccoon is Rocket. We are then followed up with one of my favorite scenes from the movie. And it's just him walking around in nowhere. Throughout this entire movie, Rocket truly shines. He's always been my favorite character, but this movie really solidified that statement. When we see where Rocket came from, it's heartbreaking. The little guy's first words were hurts. He has 3 friends, Lila, Teefs, and Floor. For his childhood, this is all he had, until it was all taken away from him. This is genuinely so sad. This is all Rocket had, and it was taken away from him within the blink of an eye. He wanted to try and escape off with his friends and live a life with them, but they didn't even come close, barely even opening up their cage. This is why we see in Volume 1 and 2, Rocket being bitter towards the team. He can't trust people or become too attached because he doesn't want it all to go away again. In a way, Rocket is the most human out of the team. He may be a CGI animal, but he's the most grounded out of the bunch. He gets a perfect send-off at the end of Guardians 3, being the new captain of the Guardians. Rocket throughout the series denies that he's a raccoon, until he sees where he came from. When Rocket sees those baby raccoons, it might be the most powerful scene in the movie. Rocket did the thing that he couldn't do, and now he'll protect those baby raccoons. He finally learns to accept himself for who he is, and owns it. He finally calls himself Rocket Raccoon. Even when we jump back to the opening of Volume 3, when Rocket listens to Creep by Radiohead, it connects perfectly with the way Rocket is feeling. Throughout the series, Rocket isn't mad, he's scared. Scared of losing a family again. I strongly believe that Rocket has the greatest arc in the entire MCU, and is my personal favorite character in the MCU. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers. It means so much to me, the fact that this just blew up so fast. That last video was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you enjoy this one. Now the question is, do we go to TwitchCon? That's the question. Do I actually go and commit to the bit? I'll leave that for you to decide. See ya.